everybody, it's Bri again to do BJD Addicts prompt number 18, which is Resin comparisons. Now, my boys are all lined up, or at least two of them will be at a time. But yeah, so we're just gonna go through, just to kind of give an overview of what I'm gonna be doing. I have 2 doll zones and 1 magical angel so far. I have 1 doll zone in white skin, 1 in normal skin, and then my magical angel is in white skin. So I'm just gonna look at the 2 white skin dolls and then the 2 from the same company, just to kind of see, what they're like and if there are any discernible differences, because I am far from an expert and I will admit this freely. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, so to start, I've got my 2 white skin dolls here. It's Aldrich and Raleigh. Aldrich is a magical angel Kelly, and Raleigh is a doll zone mode 2. So if I take their tiny hands, Aldrich, excuse me, I'm gonna move your sleeve for a second. Lighting is horrible here. Raleigh, give me your arm. I know you don't like Aldrich, but we're gonna have to be friends for a minute. The lighting in here is not great, but you can kind of see Aldrich's hand, despite what the camera may think, is slightly darker, like a little bit peachier, but not by a whole lot. Like you can see in my terrible lighting and very bright lighting, it's not, you can't really even tell a difference. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Ah, here we go. You can see Aldrich's hand, at least it looks like to me, his is a little bit peachier than Raleigh's is. Raleigh's is very much the pure white type of color. So yeah, that's those 2. If you're gonna do, I know Magical Angel does 1/4 and 1/3, so if you're gonna hybrid them, I think the resin colors would be pretty good as a match. In their faces, you can't really see much of a difference. Like here's Raleigh's face, his wig is slightly askew. There we go. Less askew. One's his face, and then Aldrich's face. They're very, very close in terms of resin color. So that's those 2 boys, and next up is going to be my 2 doll zones, which are in normal skin and in white skin, because Raleigh's going to stay with us. Okay, so here we have Ryko and Raleigh, and they are my 2 doll zones. Ryko is a doll zone Virgil, and Raleigh, as I said before, is a doll zone mode 2. Not Aldrich, I can talk. Ryko is in normal skin, and Raleigh, as previously stated, is white skin. So grab their hands again. The difference in hand size is so huge. You can see that. You can obviously tell the distinct difference. Ryko's hand is much darker than Raleigh's, even though Ryko's he's a kind of a peachy color. Keep using the word peachy. Ryko's hand is distinctly darker than Raleigh's, which is to be expected. He's a normal skin, which you would kind of want to be darker than the white skin. He looks a little bit tanned, obviously not to the extent a actual tan doll would be, but kind of like if someone a few shades darker than Raleigh stood at the beach for a long time and got just the slightest bit tan. So the feel of them, they feel very, very similar, which is probably a product of being the same company. But yeah, I guess that resin comparison is just more within a company, and I really like both of them. I wish Doll Zone still did tan dolls, because their tan looks, from the owner pictures I've seen, it looks amazing, and I would really just like to have a little gradient of dolls to show off, or at least just to have. Just have sitting on my shelf. So I'm going to grab Aldrich one last time and do a little comparison between just 2 companies rather than 2 companies and the same color, just because I want to. So stay tuned if you haven't left already. Alright, the third and final comparison is just between two companies. We have Ryko and Aldrich here. So, go back down to their hands because they're easy to grab. Excuse me. These two, at least to me, are obviously different. The resin feels exactly the same. That's more just a, like sometimes you hear that cheaper companies, the resin feels different. So, as I said, Ryko is a dull zone. He was much more money than Aldrich was. But they feel like exactly the same. I can't tell a difference between them. Really, the only difference is their height. Get back up to their heads. Really, the only difference between them is their height. Aldrich's got his shoes off now because I was showing a friend. So you can actually see the height difference between them. Aldrich is, I think he's supposed to be 60 centimeters, and then Ryko is supposed to be 65. They actually look like they're proper heights now. But Aldrich will have to have his shoes back, so he'll be back to being the tallest. So yeah, that's my comparison of resins between all three of my boys. Soon I hope to have an obitsu, which I am aware is made of vinyl, but I'm really excited to see and feel the difference between the two doll materials. So until next time, goodbye!